Breaking news, Canelo Alvarez have resumed negotiations with Chris Eubanks Jr. Talks have now restarted for the fight to potentially happen next. Ben, who is the manager and the promoter for Chris Eubanks, stated, quote, "We have already started small conversations around the Canelo fight if he's ever going to fight in the UK. That's the fight and that would sell out Wembley Stadium." End of the quote. Well, the real fights, the real opposition for Canelo Alvarez to take are obviously David Benavidez, David Morrell, or the winner of that fight, Benavidez for undisputed, Bivol rematch, or at least Terence Crawford, boxing pound for pound #1. I told you guys, if Canelo is going to fight either one of these guys, most likely he's going to go with the easiest link, the easiest fight he views. Well, I guess I spoke too soon. Since Canelo, per usual, he found another cherry to fight yet again. As you guys heard again, Canelo wants to fight Eubanks Jr., a fighter who never became a champion, a fighter that is not even in Canelo Alvarez's weight class, a fighter that haven't beat anyone. However, Canelo is now negotiating again with Eubanks Jr. For the people that's not informed, this is Canelo Alvarez negotiating with Eubanks again and again and again. He tried to fight him before. He tried to fight him last year. He'd been trying to fight Eubanks. Any cherry out there, Canelo is chasing. You see, he won't sit down to negotiate with any of the real fighters, but he will come back to the table to fight cherries. This is a proof once again. If Canelo wants to fight somebody, he's going to go back to the negotiations table, just like he did with Caleb Plant. He's doing for Eubank. Eubank already turned down a Canelo fight before. However, Canelo is insistent that he wants to fight Eubank, and he's negotiating with Eubank again as if Eubank is the star. A fighter, like I said before, respectfully, he never beaten anybody. He never became a champion. And he's not even in Canelo Alvarez's weight class. He's a class below him. Which is why when Canelo says, "I don't want to fight Crawford because Crawford is not in my weight class and nobody is going to give me credit for that." Well, ironically, Eubanks is not in Canelo weight class. Just like Jermell Charlo. He was in Canelo Alvarez's weight class and Canelo wasn't worried about getting credit. All he was worried about is cash. And Crawford is offering him more cash. Turkey offered Canelo, in fact, his biggest payday till this day. Canelo didn't say that when he fought Amir Khan, nor when he fought Josecito Lopez. All of those guys moved up multiple weight classes. But he only has a problem with fighting Bud for his biggest payday too. Canelo was offered his biggest payday to fight Bud. And that was his excuse. Now he's fighting Eubanks, or he's planning to fight Eubanks, a guy not in his weight class, a guy who is not pound for pound. Matter of fact, he never became a champion before. That's who Canelo wants to fight. At this point, Canelo is on the same league as Jake Paul. Canelo is terrified to death by Bud Crawford. That's why he was asking for $150 million to fight Bud, the same amount he asked to fight David Benavidez. And we already know he's scared to death of David Benavidez. He been ducking David Benavidez. Well, if you guys was wondering who is Canelo going to cherry pick next, it sounds like it's Eubanks. That's who Canelo is begging to fight now. At this point, I don't care who Canelo fights for real. We already know he's not going to fight the best. All he's going to do is fight the best cherry available, the worst opposition available. Due to that, hopefully Canelo gets stripped of all of his titles. That way he can cherry pick. He can continue ruining his career that's already ruined without ruining the sport of boxing, without ruining the freaking division. Canelo is keeping the whole division hostage by keeping the belts hostage, even though he won't fight no freaking body. Everything that's wrong with the sport of boxing today is Canelo Alvarez. I mean, look at him. He says he can fight anyone. Well, good then. Fight Benavidez, fight Crawford, fight Somebody, man. However, Canelo, with his position of being able to fight anyone, he chooses to fight the weakest ones who don't meet any categories. Eubanks, Canelo's next opponent that he's begging to fight, he don't meet the category of being in the same weight class. He don't meet the category of being a champion. He don't meet the category of ever becoming a champion. He don't meet the category of being undefeated. He don't even meet the category of beating anybody. That's who Canelo wants to fight, guys. At this point, I probably have a better chance. You probably have a better chance. Your Uber driver has a better chance at fighting Canelo than a Crawford or a David Benavidez. This is why Canelo is the Jake Paul of boxing, meaning he's on the same league. He's not a real fighter at this point. With the opinions out of the door and the facts laid out on the table, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.